Hello students, welcome back to the online class. So in the earlier class we were discussing about wave optics, and in that one of the very important derivation also we have done regarding, yes, of course, Young's double slit experiment. In that fringe width derivation we have done, and we have come across alternate bright and dark fringe will be there, how to find their distances, all those things we have discussed. So now in this class today we will further move on, and some other kind of topics are there here, in a sense some topics such as diffraction, polarizations, etc. So we'll discuss about that. So today's topic, you can see here I have written on the board, and the topic is diffraction of light. So diffraction of light. So earlier in the previous chapter, yes, of course, the chapter name is ray optics, where we have come across a refraction of light, reflection of light. So right now this is also one of the characteristic of light. Light will exhibit different kinds of properties because it is an electromagnetic wave. You people know that. In upcoming chapters also we are going to prove that how it is dual nature is exhibited by that, how it is electromagnetic wave, what are those characteristics, etc. So diffraction of light, diffraction. Now before going to give the definition, or before going for the statement of the definition, let me just give some examples. Like for example, imagine that you are having a compact disc. Compact disc means CD. Usually suppose a CD, if you hold like this hand, if you view that, means you can see some colored patterns, and those colored pattern, of course, colored patterns can be seen in which and all, like rainbow color pattern is seen, correct? So like the interference of light, different types of concepts, like other day I told you people regarding the like oil which is spilled on water, some colored pattern will be formed, correct? But here in compact disc, what happens is, the concept which is behind this glowing of different colors, constituent colors in case of compact disc, is actually because of diffraction of light. Similarly, for suppose you want to do this at your home, means do one thing. So you have to take two sharp edged objects. For example, if you have very neat visiting cards, take two visiting cards, place it to each other like this, and keep it towards a bulb, and slowly, very minute gap you form in between them, and look through that in one eye. You can see some blurred kind of light, you can see there, along with some alternate dark bright fringes you can see. That means what you're going to do there, you're going to just form slit. So this light, when passes through slit, or that means very narrow slit, or any small obstacle, it has got some tendency to change its direction or path. So that is what called diffraction of light. In case of CD also, what happens, once CD is actually written, the information will be stored in CDs with particular patterns because of the laser light which is written there. Laser light will be used to read or write the CDs, right? Like that, when light falls on that, some change of direction of light takes place. That is why colored pattern is seen. So what is diffraction now? Change in direction of light. Because of what? Because of small obstacles or narrow slit, because slit means, of course, many experimentations are there in wave optics concept. So that is what all about diffraction of light. So diffraction of light, very important. What's the definition? How to define it? So diffraction of light is defined as bending of light around small obstacles or narrow slit, and continuing and spreading into geometrical shadows. What geometrical shadows you can see there? You try that. Take two visiting cards. Their edge should be very fine. Keep them against each other like this, so there shouldn't be any gap. Keep it against one particular bulb, slightly open, very microscopic scale, the gap should be, and just view through that. You can see some blurred lines carefully have a look. You can see alternate, dark, okay, bright, like that, such kind of pattern like this. That is nothing but diffraction of light. Okay, hope the definition is clear for you. So let us go for the history of diffraction of light. So reflection, refraction, different scientists have given their own theories, and it was proved later on. So one of the scientists, okay, his name was Grimaldi. Okay, Grimaldi was a scientist who worked on this light, and he has first discovered the concept of diffraction of light. It is one of the characteristic of light. Like light has got characteristic of reflection, refraction, of course, and like that he has come across something called diffraction. He has seen that. So Grimaldi has given or have discovered diffraction of light, but whether he has given the concept in terms of wave optics, no. For that, Thomas Young, yes, already Young's double slit experiment you have discussed, right? Yes. So Thomas Young applied diffraction light using wave theory. So using concept of wave theory, he applied that diffraction concept, and it was successfully proved. So who discovered? Grimaldi discovered. But who applied wave theory here? Yes, Thomas Young has applied wave theory of light. Okay. So I repeat once again, what is diffraction? It's a change in direction of a light, okay, around small obstacles or narrow slits and spreading into geometrical shadows is called diffraction of light. Examples. First example, a colored pattern in compact discs is because of diffraction. Second one, if two narrow edges it has to be, for example, blade you take, two blades held against each other with their edges, okay, in front of light, and carefully by looking at that we can observe patterns of light. What kind of patterns? Bright, dark, something like that. So these are the best two examples for which one? Yes, diffraction of light. Diffraction of light, you can observe that at home itself. I told you by using 2 visiting card you can try this, and you have to inform me, okay, who and all observed diffraction pattern. Okay, I can just show you like this. Okay, imagine 2 visiting cards are kept like this, okay, very close to each other like this. There should be bulb in front of that. So through this you see some pattern like this. Okay, I will show you here. Close pattern like this you can see. That is nothing but diffraction of light. Okay, hope this is clear for you people. Yes, so that is all about the concept behind it. So now regarding this diffraction of light, separate derivations, explanation, experiments in much detail is not there. But we have to find out, or we have to understand the concepts and their formulas. Okay, so let us go for it. So conditions, okay. So let us go for, okay, you can take like a question, okay, I'll just dictate it. Question will be, mention the condition for diffraction maxima and minima. Diffraction maxima and minima in Fraunhofer's single slit experiment. Okay, so there is no much detail here. Just briefly we are going to study about it. It's not there is nothing like explain the experiment or derive something like that. We just have to briefly go through it. So next is Fraunhofer single slit experiment. So, as I already dictated you people, that means mention the condition for diffraction maxima and minima in front of a single slit experiment. That's a question. I have just written the heading. So, let us see. Next, for diffraction minima, that means you can understand intensity will be less, that means 0. Diffraction minima, for diffraction minima condition is d sine theta equal to n lambda. Diagram I will show you later on, single slit experiment. Okay, just important equations these are. For diffraction minima, minima means we don't say minimum, we say minima. That's how they have already used the term, where n is equal to 1, 2, 3, etc. Okay, for diffraction minima. Next, second point, for diffraction. So what is opposite of minima? Maxima, we say, right? Like that, maximum, but we in that terminology it is maxima. That's why for diffraction secondary maxima. Okay, secondary. Why secondary? I will tell you later when I show the diagram. Okay, secondary maxima, that is d sine theta equal to 2n plus 1 into lambda by 2, where n is equal to 1, 2, 3, so on. So question is, mention the condition for diffraction maxima and minima in front of a single slit experiment. Okay. So now equation for both condition for minima as well as secondary maxima I have written. Now it's time to write what is d. What is d? Slit width, correct? Hope it is visible for you people. Slit width. Okay. Yes. Slit width. Next. Yes. What else you can see there? Sine theta n lambda. What is n? Yes, which is a number. Okay, first or second or something like that. Lambda means, of course, you know that is nothing but wavelength of light. What is theta? Theta means angular position of minima. As I cannot write that side, I am just writing down. Okay, hope you can understand. Angular position of minima or secondary maxima from center, we can say. Okay, from center, or else you can take central maxima, you write, because you might be knowing this one. That means Young's double slit experiment, the first will be always higher intensity, like the central maxima you can write. Okay, I can show you that in diagram. Yes. So this is the answer for the question. Mention the condition or expression for minima as well as maxima in front of us single slit experiment. Okay, answer is ready. So for the exam point of view, the explanation regarding this experiment is not that important for that sake, but I will explain you how to understand that with the diagram. Okay, so hope this is clear now. Hope you have taken down already. So let me erase this. So diffraction means you understood bending of light around small obstacles or narrow slit and spreading into geometrical shadows. So how to perform the experiment at home? I already explained to you people using visiting card or blade. Usually the experiment or the example for that diffraction is blade, but using visiting card also you can do that. Okay. So now first single slit experiment. So now first single slit experiment. So some colored chalk I will use. Okay. Yes. So this is slit now. Just take this one as a slit. This is ray of light. And I told you people, when ray of light is incident on small obstacles or narrow edges, what happens? Bending takes place. So plane wavefront, light, so slightly I will, because I want to show the small d, that is why. Okay. So this is small d, slit width. So light is moving like this. And what we do is, in front of this, we will keep one biconvex lens like this. Of course, partially the light will undergo diffraction as well as it will move in a straight direction. Though there is, but entire light won't go in a straight direction because of the characteristic called what? Called, yes, what is that? Diffraction. Okay, make a straight line. So it will form on a screen like this. On the screen it will be forming which one? The light bright spot. Okay, exactly at the midpoint. And I told you people, light will undergo diffraction, correct? So how it goes diffraction, that I will show you here, like this. That means bending of light. Okay. So light has bent like this. You can take this one as theta, this one as theta. Next, you can write something like this. This is also theta value, we can understand like that. So we'll take these 2 points as P and Q. What is P? Central maxima. Q, yes, next. What is that? Higher density. Secondary maxima it is. First secondary maxima. Like that, it goes. Different pattern it will be there. This side as well as this side. Only single secondary maxima. See, this is main. Central maxima. And because of partial diffraction and all, what happens? Light also forms bright spots here. Either side. Like that it continues. Here, 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 here. Like that. So that is how we can understand diffraction. If suppose you want to understand this, just use those two visiting cards or blade if you have means fine. You can just create some, what is that, slit, and you just closely observe, you can see alternate bright dark bands. Okay. So next, I will take, that means this point as D. Okay. That means from here to here. not for the straight line. Okay, this one. Okay, I'll just write D here, this point. This is theta. Fine. Now I think you can understand. So this point is capital D. That angular displacement I want to show, that's why this is point D. So hope the diagram is visible for you clearly and you can understand the diagram. Okay? Yes. So now if theta is small, very very small, that means what happens? D sine theta, that means sine of very very small angle is nothing but, of course, d theta. That means for minima I am writing, okay, d theta equal to n lambda. I didn't write here for minima, you should write that. So for minima, okay, I'll write theta equal to n lambda by d. Remember this, okay? Because you know theta means what? I told you already, theta means angular position. In examination, if you want to find out angular positions when theta is equal to how much? N lambda by d. This equation you can easily use. Next, for secondary maxima. For secondary maxima, how will be the equation? Yes, theta equal to, yes, earlier equation there I have written, no, same. So 2n plus 1 divided by d into lambda by 2. Important, these note points. Hope this image or the diagram what I have shown, the single slit experiment of Fraunhofer, is not something which is very new to you already. Regarding Young's double slit experiment, you know, alternate bright and dark fringe. Here also it is one and the same. Okay, but here what we do is we give some importance to what? The theta value. What is theta value? That is nothing but angular position. Here angular position is defined. That is why it comes like this. A set of new kind of equations. So how to show this in graph? Okay, that is the thing. So graph is actually shown like this. Okay, equation I have written. So I told you people, central one bright, next dark, next again bright but less intensity. So it goes on like this, upside down. Okay, so here also bright goes on decreasing as the order increases. Here also brightness decreases as the order increases. So the diagram is given by like this. I am showing you the graph of the intensity of light which is there on the screen, but I am showing like a graph now. So how it is possible to show? Let us see here. Like this. Central maxima, secondary maxima, minima, maxima, minima, like this. Hope you can understand the graph now. It is not difficult, I feel. So what is this now? This is intensity. This is order. Okay. So easily we can say order in the sense the path has changed, right? So we can say this is nothing but path difference. So in some other chalk I will show you. So at this center, central maxima, theta value is 0. Sine 0 is 0. D sine theta equal to 0, nothing but 0 itself. But what about first minima? N lambda, correct? Yes, that means, what is that? N lambda. So you can see there, you can just compare these two equations and you can write down that in that particular equation. So n lambda, first minima, n, that means 1. Next, second minima, 2 lambda. Next, third minima, 3 lambda. In the opposite direction, similarly, minus lambda, minus 2 lambda, next minus 3 lambda, so on. For secondary maxima, that means with slightly higher, see look at here, high intensity, little, again much little, so it goes on decreasing. Okay, so how to write here now? So 2n plus 1, that means n equal to 1. So 2 into 1, 1. 1 plus 1, 2. So how to write now? So this is actually the first one, that means first secondary maxima. So how will be the equation now? That means, so n 2 on 2, and 2 into 1 means 1, sorry 2, 2 plus 1, 3. So this is this point, 3 lambda by 2. Next 5 lambda by 2. Similarly here, minus 3 lambda by 2. Hope it is visible for you. Minus 5 lambda by 2. If you take this and keep it like this, and you can understand easily. Instead of showing like this, okay, increase, decrease, decrease, I have just make that graph look in this particular vertical way, so that easily you can understand. So this is actually one of the experiment for which one? Fraunhofer single slit experiment. And here entire derivation and all we won't be learning. It's actually one of the small topic which comes here. So Fraunhofer experiment was there, right? So it's one of the way of understanding. That's why, because in competitive examination and all this is required, okay, diffraction concept. That's why I have shown you slightly in detail. So hope it doesn't make you more confusing and all. It is almost similar to that of yours Young's double slit experiment, whereas here the concept there it is actually something like finding out the nth bright fringe, all those things, and fringe width. Here angular, what is that called? Theta means it is nothing but angular position of maxima and minima. So that is how to find out that. Look at here, theta equal to n lambda by d, theta equal to this much. So this is how we find out the answer. Okay, yes, so have a look on the graph. Hope this is lambda, 3 lambda by 2, 2 lambda. So what is this? Central maxima. What is this? First secondary maxima, second secondary maxima, third secondary this means all are secondary. That means they are not primary. Primary is here, intensity high. Why it is 0 or initial point? Because look at here, theta value. What happens to the middle one? Theta value is nothing but angular position of central one is 0. That is why 0 like that. Lambda. So path difference is nothing is there. So lambda. What is lambda here? First minima. That means minimum intensity. N lambda. N is equal to 1. So n lambda. 2 lambda. That means the intensity is dark there. It looks dark. Alternate bright, dark, it will look. But in case of Young's, I will tell you the difference between this one, okay, Fraunhofer diffraction and Young's double slit experiment. In Young's double slit experiment, alternate bright, dark fringes were there, right? They have equal amplitude throughout. That means whatever bright was there at the center, till last also, brightness will be one and the same. That is nothing but Young's double slit experiment. Here single slit diffraction experiment of Fraunhofer. What happens? Central bright fringe. Next fringes only, here also straight lines. What happens? Goes on decreasing. Not like Young's double slit experiment. Okay, it looks like this. Look at here. Bright, dark, like this. Like this. Okay, you can see this. So that is how the difference we can understood in between what and all Young's double slit experiment as well as Fraunhofer single slit experiment. So right now in this particular video class we have learnt about diffraction, one of the phenomenon of light in which bending of light takes place, okay, around small obstacles or narrow slits and spreading into geometrical shadows is called diffraction of light. Examples: the colored pattern in compact discs and light viewed through sharp edges of two blades. Diffraction patterns are visible. So these are the two best examples we can give for diffraction.